The 4 counties are receiving at least half of the stimulus funds for highways for ready-to-go projects, which is far more than what they typically receive through the normal formula process. So they are enjoying many of the benefits that ARA is providing in terms of assisting them with some of their infrastructure projects. Some of the projects in the original determination on how we were going to vet the projects, obviously they had to meet all our timelines in terms of project development and completion in order to fully realize all of the ARA monies. We had a focus on economically distressed areas, especially the Big Island and Molokai, as required by ARA. We wanted to have a diversity of projects that would employ a wide range of construction trades. And then also we wanted to look at projects that might have secondary benefits of promoting future job growth, such as low-cost housing. And I think that's a couple of projects that you see, especially on the mid-level road on the Big Island, is namely that, in order to open up so that we can have additional construction as well. And then we wanted to provide general transportation benefits to road and highway users. So we also took into account in the selection of projects that would employ people over a longer period of time, namely 2 to 3 years, rather than just going towards the easy resurfacing projects that a number of other states have that might just employ people for 2 to 3 months. If we employ people for 2 to 3 months, it's a Band-Aid fix. We're right back where we started with a lot of people back on the unemployment roll. So we wanted to make sure, knowing that these challenging times would last another 2 years or so, that the projects that we selected would get us through these tough times and back into the point where both the public and private sectors would be able to flourish with our CIP programs. The governor had mentioned that nationally, 49% of all ARA funds for highways has been utilized for resurfacing, and compare that with 11% here in Hawaii. And I think that just goes towards the counties and the state DOT realizing that if we took a little bit more time, maybe just another month, we could put out the projects that would really be meaningful to our labor force here in Hawaii and put them to work in a much more prolonged way rather than a very short-term period. And so I think, in light of a lot of the criticism nationally on a lot of states that really did not look at a lot of their own backlog for infrastructure, you really can't say that here for Hawaii, because we do have a lot of projects of bridge maintenance, bridge repair, bridge replacement. We have brand new roads that we'll be constructing, a brand new bike path on Kauai by the Kauai County, as well as a lot of intelligent transportation system investments here on Oahu by the City County of Honolulu, as well as the DOT. Just a quick status on some of the highway projects that we do have. We initially went out with a list of 19 highway projects that we certified as a part of the 1511 certification. 10 state and 9 county that were selected as a part of our implementation. 9 out of the 10 state DOT ARA projects have already been advertised, awarded, and 5 already have notice to proceed. We do anticipate the remaining 4 state projects to receive notice to proceed by the end of this month. 2 out of the 9 county projects have already been obligated, and a 3rd is in the process right now. And just a note on the county projects, ARA provided a framework of rules that set different timelines for different projects and for different jurisdictions. The counties were on a very different timeline than the state projects, as outlined in ARA. But I think what's key to note here is that ARA allowed counties, as well as some of the straggling state projects, to be authorized by February or March of next year, 2010. We don't believe that necessarily meets the intent of what ARA was about, and that's creating jobs and stimulating the economy. So we as a group, the administration and our 4 counties, all agreed that we would advertise all of 100% of our ARA funds for highways by the end of October 2009. So I believe that Hawaii as a state, will be far in advance of many other states by the time we get through the end of the year. And I think we will be putting ourselves in a great position to take advantage should there be additional excess funds by other states who have not been able to fully utilize them by the milestones set by ARA. So I think Hawaii will be very well positioned, and we do have a whole slew of lists of or Plan B projects that we have ready to go, both at the state level and all 4 counties as well. Just a quick update. And on top of that, because we have received favorable bids on projects that we've already gone out and advertised, we have been able to realize $17 million of savings to state projects, and we were able to add 3 additional projects to our certified list under ARA. So we'll be going out to bid within the next 3 weeks on those additional projects. Airports, we did receive $76.5 million in allocations, either through FAA or TSA. The FAA project, we started construction on an parking apron in Kahului Airport on June 19th. The contract amount was $17 million, of which $15 million would be paid through ARA. We did receive monies from TSA for explosive detection systems, one at Kahului and one at Honolulu International. The Kahului project is approximately 80% complete, and the Honolulu International project will begin active construction in a couple of months once some of the equipment and materials arrive here in Honolulu. Knowing that ARA's intent was to expedite projects and get them out into the street as soon as possible, we did take a few steps on the state level to accelerate our project delivery. We shortened the time between award from 60 days to 30 days, and we shortened the time to issue a notice to proceed to a contractor from 90 days to 45 days. We've also coordinated with regulatory agencies such as our Department of Health in helping them put ARA projects, whether they're state projects or county projects, on the top of their list so that they are addressed first, so we can take advantage of these available funds. And both Governor and Senate President Hanabusa had mentioned the streamlining for some of the new legislation passed this past legislative session. So in closing, I do want to thank you for this opportunity to brief you and provide you an update on the status of our projects, and for all of your efforts and your staff's efforts, as well as the remainder of our congressional delegation in bringing these ARA monies and making them available to Hawaii, as I do believe we are taking full advantage of them. We are meeting the intent, we're meeting all of the milestones, and we believe that Hawaii in general will be beneficiaries of these monies. So thank you very much for this time.
I thank you very much, Mr. Director. I've been home now for 10 days, and during those 10 days, I do watch television every so often, and I see this commercial coming on, a commercial that suggests that most of the workers that are being hired for our projects are from abroad, not from here. Do you have any comment on that?
Well, I can only comment on the transportation projects, and all of the ARA projects that we have awarded have gone to local contractors.
So there is some discrepancy there.
You know, I've only seen one of those commercials, and it is, you know, I'm not sure what the terms of those contracts were, but anytime we deal with federal contracting as well, there are provisions that prohibit regional, you know, selecting contractors based on locale. And I think, you know, in terms of the way that we put out our contracts at DOT and working with federal highways or FAA, you know, the majority of our contracts do end up with local contractors. I think they are the most suited in order to ramp up very quickly because all of their equipment is here. And so, you know, we as a department, we have not had any issues in this area.
Are you confident that your department will be meeting all the deadlines?
Absolutely.
You're one of the very few in the United States. I congratulate you on that. But you must find